This is your message to ask for help. Gosh, okay, I gotta puddle up my nose. Enough of that. Hi, friends. Welcome to my. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Have you ever had a moment where you're like, I'm gonna do something myself? Today, I'm gonna give you all the reasons why you might not want to do that thing yourself, in the form of telling an embarrassing story of how do I put this? Okay, I just want to sit here and talk about how I really jacked something up and learn something from it. Okay, this is your message to ask for help. Okay, don't be afraid. Just do it. Just ask for help. Everything is going to be okay. Probably. So, where do I start this story? Okay, so I was I got this thing from my mom. Okay, my mom's always giving me like random strange gifts, whatever. We love moms. And this gift was a charm bracelet for my phone. It had like beads and like stones on it and my name. It was so cute. So, of course it's rude to like not use a gift, especially if your mom gave it to you. So I'm like, oh, I'm using this gift, okay? And when I put the charm thing on my phone, at some point, one of those beads gashed the lens on my phone camera. And one day I went to go take a picture and I turned around and I looked and the lens is broken. I went onto YouTube and I was like, $20. I could fix this myself. Duh. So that's exactly what I did. I didn't need no help, okay? I'm a strong, independent woman. I did it myself. I went and ordered the parts off of Amazon and I set out to fix this thing. In the process of fixing the like outer lens, I got all the way through the fix and I got to the part where I'm gluing on the little glass lens and I get glue on the inner camera lens. So maybe at this point, ding, 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 little green flag going off like, hey, you should help for help now. Of course not. I'm a strong, independent woman. So I was like, of course, I could fix this myself. So what did I do? I went on YouTube again, looked up a little tutorial, ordered a part. Now I went from $20 to $50. This $50 part, but this part required me to lift the screen off of my phone. It required me to lift the screen off of my phone and unscrew things and replace the actual internal camera on the phone. This is an iPhone, okay? Just to be clear, iPhone. We're fancy. So, of course, I think I can do this. I already have the replacement part. I have like some tools for my phone. I go to lift the screen. I got my heat gun and everything, okay? I go to lift the screen off of my phone and then I broke the screen. So I went from a $20 repair to paying $20 for the outer lens, $50 for the camera. And then after I broke the camera screen, I had to pay $250 to get everything fixed. No matter how strong and independent you think you are, I mean, not to downplay your strength because you got it, babe. Okay, you definitely do. But sometimes it's just good to ask a professional for help. Like, at least at least ask the professional and see what they recommend. Oh my God. Has this been, we're just, this is why I don't like technology, and technology don't like me back. You know, we beefing sometimes, but I'm trying. Okay, so I don't feel like sitting down anymore, so I'm gonna get up and walk around a little bit. Please ignore the mess. We'll just pretend that stuff isn't there. Okay, so something I'm working on along with asking for help is I'm not shopping. There are things I have to purchase because I'm an adult and, you know, groceries, bills, blah, 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 blah. We got to do that. But as far as like shopping for things that I don't need, I'm trying to manage that because that's part of adulting. Okay, so at first we were talking about asking for help. But part 2 is about sticking to the plan and staying disciplined. Because if you wander a little bit, you might get what you were asking for unintentionally. How does this relate? You might ask. I told myself that I was not going to do shopping. I'm saving money. And of course, the phone repair was not in the budget. But what I found very hilarious about the price of that phone repair was that earlier that day, I think I was looking at like swimsuits or water bottles. I don't know, something I did not need. I already have a water bottle, okay? I'm not going swimming. Or I already have a swimsuit and I don't need any more, okay? So whatever I was looking at, I did not need. And I had put the stuff in my cart because that's how I cope with my shopping, you know. I put it in the cart and I just tell myself, I'm not gonna press purchase. I'm not gonna do that. And that justifies it for me somehow. And no, I just want to break that whole habit in general. So, of course, the consequence of that was all the things that I put in my cart totaled out to be the amount of the phone repair. So not only did life tell me, ma'am, you need to ask for help, it'll save you some trouble. Life was also telling me, ma'am, don't even play yourself. Don't even start going down that track. Because, you know, actually this part is very, very interesting because later on in church, we're learning about, we're doing a series in church right now. It's called Fresh Start. And in that series, we were talking about temptation, okay? We were talking about temptation. And what stuck out to me about that moment when I broke my phone and I saw that charge, I just remembered service when the pastor said, it is easier to avoid temptation than to resist it. And I sat there and I reflected back on what I was doing to myself. Like, me adding that stuff to my cart is making it harder for me to reach my goal of not spending money. The easier thing to do is to just stay off the sites. Don't window shop. Don't do that. I don't need it. I shouldn't be giving my attention to that stuff if I don't need it. Anyways, I shouldn't be tempting myself. So don't play with temptation. Don't play with the devil. You're going to get double lessons. Bless your heart. That's all I got to say. If you're watching this video, if this has come to you, maybe you need to ask somebody for some help. I don't know what you need help with, but just go ahead and ask. Okay. Okay, bye. Wherever you want to go, that's fine with me. You and all you see is the best of me. And all I see is everything. So this, oh shit.